Lecturing the world just weeks ago, our Prime Minister telling the United Nations they must do more when it comes to the environment.
It's time for humanity to grow up. The Glasgow COP26 summit is the turning point. We need all countries, every single one of you, to step up.
But what about when it comes to our trade deals with the rest of the world? An internal document from the Department for International Trade, leaked to Sky News and then retyped by us, was sent across Whitehall departments. It said HMG, that's Her Majesty's government, should not refuse to liberalise on products of environmental concern where there is an economic case for liberalisation or partner interest is so strong that not doing so would compromise the wider agreement. That means lowering standards or liberalising to boost the economy or get the deals over the line. Labour says the government has got its priorities wrong.
It's really shocking to see a document going around government where they're essentially saying, look, never mind about climate change, never mind about the environment. Bolsonaro's a difficult guy. If we want to have a trade deal with Brazil and he wants to sell us stuff from the rainforest, we probably shouldn't get in the way that much because otherwise we won't end up with a trade deal. Well, really?
The Trade Department says this does not represent official government policy, but senior Tories are worried by the lack of green goals.
The government has already committed to a whole host of projects in developing countries to encourage reforestation. We shouldn't at the same time be allowing other forests to be chopped down to produce goods and agricultural products to a lesser standard than we are ourselves. We have to have joined-up policy making across government.
Which one of you is going to get the better deal?
Last month, Sky News revealed Britain had to drop climate change targets from the Australian trade deal at the request of their Prime Minister, Scott Morrison.
This is the second leak obtained by Sky News, raising doubts about the government's commitment to climate change in trade deals. The government responds broadly by shouting fake news. But given that there's concern on all sides, wouldn't they be better off explaining that trade deals mean big trade-offs?
Palm oil from rainforests like this is currently banned, but could be allowed into the UK in future under this approach.
We're talking about products which are responsible for the decline in our rainforests, for pollution in our oceans and for the huge impacts of climate change. And those are the kind of things we should really be ruling out of trade deals, not ruling in.
Maybe Boris Johnson has no choice but to lower standards if he wants trade deals, but he doesn't like discussing trade-offs in public, leaving others to point the finger. Sam Coates, Sky News.